and welcome to Chump Change. Today is the 27th of January, 2019. And Rob, are you there?
I am there.
You're there.
Here?
Where are you, Rob?
I'm in South Wales, not Australia.
I'm in South Korea, and our buddy, what's his name, Squiggles, is not here today, but he's in Australia listening to us.
Yeah, but he's from New Zealand.
Is he? Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So you're going to take the lead today?
Yeah. So let's start this episode by looking at the biggest losers and biggest winners of the week in terms of percentage gained and lost. So
you almost said biggest winners then.
Did I?
Yeah. Carry on. So that'd be a completely different type of podcast
for our next podcast.
Yeah.
So can you remember who the biggest winners were last week?
Okay, so we had Olga.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of ones that I'd never heard of.
No. So I can't remember the third one, but there were two of them. There was 10x and Olga.
10x,
and guess what? They are in our biggest losers this week. So from last Sunday to this Sunday today, 10x is down 24%, Olga is down 23%, and Steam is down 15%. So these are the biggest losers. I guess it just shows that, they can gain, 100% in 1 week, but then lose quite a lot of the value quite quickly in this bear market, right? The gains are hard to keep.
It's also, the whole trading strategies kicking in when something is, in a top winner. They think, okay, maybe this is overbought, and then people sell, and then it becomes oversold. We might find either that they're not in the top losers next week, or even if it goes dramatically, is fiercely traded, then they could even be back into the biggest gainers again.
Yeah, right. It's really hard to predict this market.
Yeah.
And Steam as well. I'm disappointed. I actually quite like the Steam social media platform. If you don't know it, basically Steam is a decentralized social media where you can use Steam coins to tip content creators. So they don't get money from ads; they get money from tips, but in Steam. But it was looking so good.
It actually works as well. Like we both set one up, haven't we? And I can't even remember what I wrote about, but I got tipped.
You got tipped? I never got tipped.
Did you not?
No, I didn't. Anyway, they've had a bit of a hard time. I think I read somewhere a few months ago they had to let go, I think, about 50% of their staff just because they didn't have enough money to pay them. It's been a hard year for Steam, which is a shame because they had a lot of potential. So we'll see. Yeah. All right, moving on. Biggest winners. You'd be happy with this, Rob. HoloCoin. You hold HoloCoin, right?
I used to hold HoloCoin.
Up 64% this week.
Ouch. Okay.
So the biggest winner is HoloCoin. If you're not sure, HoloCoin is basically a platform, a decentralized platform, something similar to Ethereum or Cardano, where I guess in the future they intend to have decentralized apps run on the platform.
Well, I believe HoloCoin was a blockchain within a blockchain.
Meta
so
blockchain.
you basically have your own blockchain. I can't explain it.
I feel like
we did one, didn't we? We did one. We did an episode on that.
We did. So, you can look back and find it.
Have a listen to that. I probably explained it a lot better than just a blockchain within a blockchain. But it seems really good. I was really confident about it. I'm not sure why. I think it had a very large increase, and then I just took the profit for it, with a hope to buy it back, but just slipped out my mind. So I definitely think it's going to be quite a big one, and I know the guys in Mozilla were backing it quite quite a lot as well.
Oh, cool.
So something might happen there. Yeah.
Yeah. I find like a lot of these blockchain projects are really hard to explain simply. A blockchain
They
within a
are.
blockchain. Like, okay, sounds cool. But what does that mean? I don't know.
It also comes down to their, the product themselves can't 100% explain what a good use case is, maybe,
Yeah,
and
maybe. Yeah.
that kind
Okay.
of just makes everything a bit difficult.
Yeah. Anyway, the next one, the next biggest winner is something we can't explain because I looked into it a bit more. So this next biggest winner is up 30% in a week, and it's called Theta Network or Theta Network. I don't really know.
Right.
It's founded by Steve Chen, who is the ex-co-founder of YouTube. And
Okay.
as you can probably guess, they plan to build a decentralized video network powered by its users on and a blockchain. So it will have no central source. Like YouTube, for example, YouTube has this YouTube servers. So if it's
Yeah.
decentralized, it'll have no central source, and it'll have a Theta coin, which content creators will get paid in for creating content to go on the platform.
Okay.
Pretty
So
cool.
it could kind of my main question is, I guess, what happens to the video files? Are they all sort of broken down and then distributed
I guess so. I didn't look into the
around?
like kind of ins and outs of how it works, just like an overview. But it sounds pretty cool. There's some big names behind it.
Yeah.
Another good thing, if you go onto their Twitter page, they actually have a preview of their app, which they're going to launch in a couple of months, where it's like a video app like YouTube, but it uses it's called the Theta app. And yeah, it's actually the beta's up and running, where people are uploading videos and watching videos and stuff like that.
Oh wow! I'm definitely going to start looking into that.
Yeah,
So
and another
is that using the technology now? Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Oh wow.
It's in beta, I guess, but yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Another good thing about it is they got some huge partnerships already. So they partnered with Samsung VR and CJ Media, which I guess a lot of people won't know, but I live in South Korea, and CJ Media is one of the biggest media companies here. It's literally everywhere.
Sorry, Luke, you dropped out a little bit just before you talked about CJ Media.
Oh, really?
Did you say anything of importance?
Oh, so CJ Media is a massive media company in Korea, and I'm come from Korea, so I see it everywhere. So
Yeah.
partnerships with Samsung VR and CJ Media. So
Oh,
yeah,
Samsung VR is what you said. Okay, wow, yeah, that's big.
yeah, it's huge.
That's big, and that's good. That is going to be huge, isn't it? Like VR, as on Silicon Valley, they they talk about it a lot. VR is probably going to be big. Have you ever tried VR?
Yeah. It's quite popular here. So there are VR game rooms where you can go into a room. You can rent a room for an hour, and then put on a VR set and play different games using the VR equipment.
Yeah, I think there's one. There's one in the arcade in Cardiff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I want to go. So Nicky was in work, and somebody came in with a VR headset and said that it was amazing, but people feel a bit ill at the moment wearing them.
I think
did you get that?
No, I was okay, but I can see why though.
Yeah, I get motion sick, so
Of course you do. All
I'm
right,
probably
so
better now. But yeah.
So that's the so Theta Network is the second biggest winner of the week. Let's keep an eye out on that. Oh, I'm sorry. One more thing to talk about. Their mainnet is launching in March, and usually when a coin's mainnet launches, it usually coincides with a big spike up in price. So keep that in mind if you're thinking of trading this.
Yeah. So what's it currently priced at the moment?
I don't know.
I can have a look. Let's have a look. 0.06 dollars, so cents. So that's 1719 of a Bitcoin.
Cool.
Yeah,
it definitely could be worth picking some up for the long term if you some big names behind it, good partnerships. Yeah.
Sounds good.
And the third biggest winner is Tron, up 22%. And I looked at the Tron's lowest point last month. It's up 100% since then. So
Whoa.
yeah, that would have been a good trade if you got in on that. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. See, people should be starting to, well, once we're making these crazy gains in like a short amount of time, people should start looking at this bear market as actually quite a positive thing, because the amount of gains you can make as a trader, just because they've hit such rock bottom.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they're trying to recover, sometimes these gains are, these percentage increases are massive,
yeah, definitely.
just to get back to what they were before.
Yeah. Do you think we've hit the bottom in terms of price?
I think it'd be stupid for me to comment. I have no idea. I thought we'd hit the bottom, and then it kept
Keeps
going.
going
So
deeper. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well, as even all of these altcoins, they do rely on Bitcoin's momentum upwards or downwards.
yeah.
So let's have a look now at how Bitcoin's looking in terms of price. So Bitcoin's currently in a descending triangle. So if you're not into technical analysis, just a triangle going down, which usually means that the price will break out of that triangle and go even further down. However, I went on to one of the big websites, CoinDesk, and they have a weekly kind of perspective on price, and they suggest two things that could happen. So basically, the Bitcoin could break out of the triangle upwards in the next couple of days, which would allow it to hit around the 4,000 mark, and then hopefully get some momentum
Okay.
and carry on going up. Alternatively, it could break downwards out of this triangle and end up towards the $3,000 mark, which would be a new low. If that happened, then it would likely to continue going down, maybe up to about $1,500.
Really?
Yeah. So I think what this article doesn't make any suggestions. It just gives different points of views of what could happen. The breakout is going to happen in a couple of days. I think people are pretty certain with that. It's just 50-50 if it's going to go up or down. So don't know, not sure what to do. My strategy is just to hodl right now, and just keep things steady and try not to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So that's all the winners and losers.
Winners and losers
covered.
done. Yep.
So you had some news about Steve Wozniak.
Oh yeah, so he was on Cointelegraph.com. There's an article about him. He was kind of bragging that he actually sold all of his Bitcoin at $20,000, so pretty much the peak. He's quoted as saying that his goal was to use this Bitcoin to go anywhere in the world and actually spend it as normal currency. But he said that when he realized, when he was looking at the charts and realized, wow, this Bitcoin's gone up like 2,000% in the last month, he thought, it's probably time to sell and buy more later.
Yeah.
So he's kind of
smart guy.
Yeah, smart guy. Well, he's millionaire, billionaire now, probably.
Well, I say smart guy. He's just been a bit duped over, hasn't he, in his life? So he's probably not wanted to get duped over again.
Yeah, maybe
by a cryptocurrency. So he sold it at the top. And good on him for calling the top.
Yeah, exactly.
We didn't.
No, I did not. Although actually, I did sell a bit, but I didn't sell enough at the top.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't. So yeah.
And last piece of news I have for today is about Ripple. So Ripple actually sold $535 million worth of XRP last year. And I've been looking at the article that I saw this and some of the responses on Twitter, and it's mixed, right? So half the people are really angry, saying, "Oh, sellouts! How can you sell your own coin? Don't you believe in your coin will go higher?" And then the other half of the people are like, "Well, hold on, they did a good thing because they got to get money to pay for their employees and pay their normal expenses in the business."
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, obviously, $500 million.
Yeah.
So
So,
what do you think about it?
so, so it could, I mean, it could be a positive thing in the terms of they are selling a big chunk off to, as they're maybe, ready to release something or like actually, further their product, actually giving room for investors.
Yeah,
And when I say
possibly.
investors, like people to, that's what they need, don't they? They need people to buy the coins, right? And if they're holding all these
Yeah,
coins, the price the price can't really go up significantly if they hold the majority of the coin,
yeah,
right?
right. Because people need to actually use it and move it around and trade it for the price to go up. And they own
Yeah,
so much. I mean, there's 100 billion XRP. Like that's so much. And I think they
yeah.
got around 50 billion in escrow, maybe. Like, yeah, the company's worth so much right now.
Mm, yeah, that's
It's
crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
Uh, have they explained why?
Um, Probably. I don't have the answer.
Yeah,
I was reading the Twitter
yeah,
reviews.
yeah.
I think that I do know why actually. It's for their company, right?
It
Yeah,
is it?
right. Yeah,
Okay. Well, that's fair then.
yeah,
You know, they need to keep afloat, and they need to pay developers, and they need to pay testers and
yeah.
everything.
Exactly.
So I'm initially when I read this, I thought, oh no, because like I've said before, I'm a fan of XRP, um, but the more I think about it, there's probably a good reason for it, and I'm not looking at it in a negative light. So,
Yeah.
how do you
No.
feel?
Yeah. Me too. I mean, I think it's quite smart actually. Earlier I said that the Steam company, had to let go 50%
Yeah,
of its employees. Um, that's outrageous, actually. If you think about
yeah, that
how
that is.
much money all of these ICO and altcoin projects were worth just a year ago. They
I'm actually I'm actually quite astonished that they had 50 developers to get or 50 staff to get rid of.
50%. I said sorry, 50% of their employees.
50%.
Yeah, I don't know how many people.
All right. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I thought you said 50, but then I was thinking, wow, it's a big team anyway.
yeah. Right.
um, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Actually, no. That's it for me. It's been a relatively quiet week.
It has. So personally, though, talking about the
Oh
ETF,
yeah, right.
did we have we
No,
spoke
we
about
haven't
that?
actually. That's huge news.
So yeah, so the go on, Luke. You probably know a bit more about this
Oh,
than me.
not a whole lot, but the ETF from
Yeah.
the CBOE, which was the one everyone was hoping would get passed, got withdrawn. Not rejected, withdrawn. So,
Well,
what likely happened, people are speculating, is that the SEC probably said to this CBOE ETF team, like, it's not going to pass, so withdraw it, and we don't have to reject it.
well, apparently, there's rumors that is the United States government forced the withdrawal.
Oh, yeah, yeah, maybe.
Um, so yeah,
I think another rumor I had too is that because of the government shutdown in America that was happening last week and last month,
yeah,
basically there was no one. They didn't have enough people in the SEC team to actually review everything, so they were
yeah.
just
No,
gonna
I think
deny it. So they withdrew it in prep. Kind of like assuming that was going to happen. And they'll try again later.
yeah, in a roundabout way, I think that's probably what the rumor was. That on the fact that the government shut down, they were forced to withdraw it. Really,
Yeah, maybe.
um, but it doesn't seem to have had a massive impact on my portfolio.
No,
Has it
actually,
had much of an
that's one of the
impact on yours?
positives from this is that the price didn't really do anything. So,
No,
is this an indicator
quite
that we hit the
surprising
bottom?
actually.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to call it anymore until we're in safe territory because there's a lot of bears around. All right. Okay. Well, that's all from me anyway. This week. Quite a few little bits of news there, really. All a bit. Some positive, some we're unsure about. I'd like to think XRP is going to come up with something nice after that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Until next week.
See ya.
Cheers.